From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into The Horse's Mouth here. Tommy Max, of course, at my bar where everybody has a chance to have a seat, grab a beverage, and tell their story. Brought to you by our good friends at YOLO and at Dasher. It's Biz Champion segment time with Major Harding, and First Coast Comedy is here. That's right. We're going to get a little improv, a little comedy right here on The Horse's Mouth. Let's welcome them in. Alex and Madelaine Grindeland here from First Coast Comedy. How are you? And Dave Bogan. How are you, Dave?
Nice to meet you.
Major, always a pleasure.
Great, Tom.
Okay, First Coast Comedy on Mayport Road in Atlantic Beach. You guys been here, what, a couple years now?
Yeah, we opened in 2021.
Tell us your story. How'd you get here? How'd you start the First Coast Comedy?
So just last weekend we celebrated our 2-year anniversary.
Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Hey, cheers to that.
Okay.
Hey, right, we're improv. Let's do it.
So, so I owned and ran an improv club in Seattle for 10 years. And then something happened in 2020. We decided to leave there. And in early 2021, we moved here with the intent of opening up an improv club.
Okay.
We went through a whole bunch of red tape and a bunch of struggle to do it, but we got open. Cool. And we've been doing shows for 2 years. And
May of 2022, was our opening.
And were you guys together in Seattle as well? At the club up there too?
Yeah, so I've known Dave here since I was 16.
Oh, okay.
When I was a 16-year-old kid, he was my first improv teacher.
Really? All right.
It's one of those stories where we met when I was a kid and he was a grown-up and now we're the same age.
I love it.
That's pretty funny.
So improv, it's so just the definition of improv and comedic stand-up.
Right.
Still comedy.
It is.
But it's working off one another.
Right. So stand-up comedy is one person with a microphone telling a whole bunch of jokes like they're making them up on the spot. But really they spent days, weeks, months, years planning them. We're actually making up everything that we do on the spot. Right. So we use that. We use audience suggestions and participation. We don't force anybody on stage. That's not what we're about. But oftentimes we have games and scenes where we require an audience volunteer. People can come up and help us out. But it's usually between 4 to 6 of us with a host running the games, running the scenes, and we play those games. They're games that are designed to trip you up. So with rules that are really hard to follow, really hard to remember, but hilarious.
And if you do say yourself.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. So in a given show, you'll see us have to freestyle rap. You'll have to see us
dance. Dance battle.
Dance battles.
Speak in gibberish. And do mime.
Do a bunch of different accents, German, Irish, whatever they shout out, we got to do.
Do you guys practice this stuff? And when you practice, is it all it's all improv, right?
Yeah.
So do you remember what you improv and use it again, or that's that's just practice?
Once a week, every Monday, we have our whole cast, which is about 14 people right now, where we practice fundamentals and work on specific games that we perform in our shows. Because when I teach improv, I always compare it to working out at the gym. Improv has certain muscles that you got to work, and that's what we do in our practices is just up our skills and up our game, so we can do better and better every show we do.
Well, have you always been in the comedy world, throughout your adulthood?
Yeah, I've been doing this for about 27 years.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah,
cool.
I started. Alex and I both started in Milwaukee, where we worked at a club there and I was there about 18 years, and as Alex mentioned, he opened up the club in Seattle and invited me to move out there to become the roadshow manager and educational director, where I sell.
That's what he does here. He's our roadshow manager and education director.
And then something happened out there, and you came here.
I came here. Well, I got a couple of friends out here, so when he mentioned Jacksonville as a possibility, I'm like, I know people out there. Let's check it out. So it just kind of all worked out perfectly.
Okay, and there's also professional wrestling in the background. Tell me about that. That's fascinating.
Yeah, one of the draws for moving to Florida for both of us, we both do pro wrestling. I did it a little bit more, I guess, seriously. But I've been doing pro wrestling since 2021. I went to the Nightmare Factory in Atlanta, Georgia, and Cody Rhodes and QT Marshall were my coaches. So you can find me on the internet as Vicky Dreamboat.
Vicky Dreamboat.
Yeah, Vicky the captain. Vicky
I
the
want to
captain.
take credit for that name.
Okay. You can take credit for it.
Yeah, so Ricky Steamboat?
Yeah, of course.
She's like, I need a name. I'm like,
Vicky Dreamboat.
Perfect.
That is nice. I like it. Are you still... I know you had recently had a baby.
I did, yeah. So I'm taking the first year to just spend time with her, and then once she's a year old, I'm ditching her and I'm going to go back to.
Improv has less injuries, I would imagine. Other than ego.
There have been some serious injuries in improv.
He
broke his ankle one time.
Yeah. Back back in Milwaukee in my early days, like we were doing a matinee show for like 200 kids, and I was like trying to get off the stage, and I slipped, and I rolled and snapped my ankle. And we had just started the show, so I had to finish the first half of the show on a broken ankle because I didn't want the kids to like freak out. So I was just like,
kind of Joe Biden.
That's metal.
no doubt.
Wow, that was improv.
That was a nice zinger there.
All right. Give him some more whiskey.
Bogan, you could be the president.
Hey, sure, don't want that job.
I'd vote for you.
No.
I would, 100%.
All right, so could we maybe do a little improv?
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
No, we love being on the spot. This is the place for it.
You got to contribute.
Here's the game. So this is actually kind of perfect because there's a lot of times when we do a show, people have seen stand-up, but they don't know what improv is. Okay. So we have this one game that kind of bridges the gap between stand-up and improv, kind of marries them together.
Okay.
It's called 185. So it's based on, everyone's heard a bar joke, right?
Sure.
So we just have this format that goes 185 blank, walk into a bar. The bartender says, I apologize, we're closed right now, we can't serve you. 185 blank, reply, punchline. So stand-up comedians tell jokes. Improv comedians make things up on the spot. So in this game, we make up jokes on the spot.
Correct.
Okay.
So you would give us a suggestion. Let's say the suggestion was shoes, and we'd say something like 185 shoes walk into a bar.
Okay.
The bartender says we're closed right now, we can't serve you. And 185 shoes go, oh, come on, we just wanted to sit down and converse.
Okay. Good one.
Your dad's, right? You like dad jokes?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So if you get, I tell you what, you go to the grocery store, there's a whole aisle dedicated to a certain kind of a product. What comes to mind?
Cookies.
Cookies? All right, cookies. All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I love cookies.
105 cookies walk into a bar. The bartender says, we're closed right now, we can't serve you. And the cookies say, that's fine, we couldn't afford to buy a drink anyway, we're out of dough.
I got one. 185 cookies walk into the bar. Bartender says, I'm sorry, we're closed. We can't serve you. And the cookies go, hey, we used to date the manager, all right? We just want to give her some sugar.
All right, let's try this one. 185 cookies walk into a bar. Actually, they're trying to get in, and they can't get in. And the bar owner walks outside, and they're like, are you trying to get in? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, it's dark out right now. Here, let me open the door. I'm sorry, I can't see. Oh my gosh, key blur.
Key blur.
That was a stretch.
It was a stretch, and it was also a long walk.
Wait, you got one?
185 cookies. Walk into the bar. The bartender says, we're closed. I said, Oreo.
Oreo.
You got like a Canadian accent.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to say 185 cookies walk into a bar, and bartender says, I can't serve you. And one cookie goes, have a cookie. And now we have 184 left. Good?
I just want to know.
Cheers, you guys. Located on Mayport Road in Atlantic Beach. What are the times? Tell us the times again.
Every Friday and Saturday at 7:30 and 10 o'clock.
All right, beautiful.
Yes,
keep up the great work. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Hey, man, we welcome everybody here at the bar. No doubt about that. Make sure you sign up as well and have a chance to sit at the bar and tell your story. Whether you're running a comedy club or an improv club, it doesn't matter. You're all welcome to tell the story of what you're doing here in the great city of Jacksonville. Until next time, stay safe out there and be cool, man. And we'll see you right here on the Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
Darrell Hogan Law is a collection of lawyers that help people solve problems in areas of their life they're not able to solve them themselves.
We are not individuals. We are purely a team. We work together for all of our clients.
We have the resources to win your case and win it to such a degree that you're going to be very happy with the results.